Well, it's Whitman Day, as you can see by this drip coming right down in front of my face. It's raining today, but it's not raining too bad. This is Addie, who is the chair of the Whitman Cultural Council, and this is your baby this year.
Yes, it is. This is my 4th year. It's really fun.
And tell me, how are things going with the Cultural Council this year?
Things are going really well. We had a lot of grants that people applied for. We have some good programs running in the schools, the library, and Whitman Day and the concerts.
I was just going to ask you about that. How many bands do we have coming into the Whitman concerts now, this for the summer?
We have 6 bands this year lined up beginning of July to the middle of August.
Okay. Can you tell us who some of them are?
We have the Corvairs coming back. They're
everybody loves them.
very good, yes. We also have Back to Back. They're another popular one.
Yeah.
And the Defenders Drum and Bugle Corps.
Oh, that's another one that's been a perennial favorite.
Yes.
How about the Gina Marks? Is she coming back this year?
Gina Mark was not able to come this year, but we do have Uncommon Soul. They're another hit with us. Yeah.
Well, I suppose, depending on when you've got open, people have other things to do, so. Gina, we're going to miss you, but, come back again sometime.
Yes, we hope so.
Okay, anything else going on with the Cultural Council's world?
Not really. The grant applications open up in September, so we encourage all artists, music, performers, and STEM creators alike to apply for grants to bring some great programs to the town, to the schools, the library, and everything else.
Now that we've pushed everything got going, what was it like being here this morning and trying to get set up with the threat of rain lingering over your head?
Extremely stressful, but it always comes together. And it always seems like it comes down to the wire, but it's worth it when we have these dozens of vendors and thousands of attendees come down.
Yeah. And there are even quite a lot of people that are actually here even though it is raining.
Yeah, we do have a really good crowd. The rain's supposed to stop at noon, so we hope more people come down to enjoy the garden and everything else.
Yeah. And if it stays raining at this rate, we won't get too wet today.
I'm under a tent, so I'm fine. But it should be fine regardless. It's not going to stick around. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Addie, and we'll wave to you as we go by later on.
Yes, I'll wave to you from a tent. Thank you.
On to the next. We're here talking to Rick Clark from the Whitman Food Pantry, and there is something that has recently happened with the food pantry that I would like to talk to you about, Rick, and that is with the creation of the new DPW Center, you're looking to take over what is now their offices.
Yeah, that's correct. We have put our name in the hat to potentially take over the building, or not take over, but be allowed to use the building for the food pantry. And it would be great to have, because the space we're in now is considerably smaller than the food pantry building, than the admin building, so it'd be great to have a larger space.
Now, there are some other facts about that building that are intriguing to you as well. Can you tell us what some of those are?
The visibility to be out on the main road on Essex Street, so people know where we are, because we do help numerous families every month and all through the year with that having food insecurities. So it'd be great for people to know where we are.
And isn't there something about, you have almost an actual loading dock there so that you can offload?
Yeah, it does have a garage door that we could pull our vehicle up to and drop the food off to get it into the building. Yeah, so that will make things easier. Yeah.
And there's also probably more parking there than there is in your current location for people to come in and pick up what they may need.
Yes, especially in the front of the building. We'll have more spots. Right now where we are can be busy at times. Yeah.
So this looks like it might be a beneficial thing all around, because it'll give something for that building to be doing, because the DPW administration will be moving into the new building, and it looks like a win-win for everybody.
Yes, I'd like to think that it would be. I mean, it would be easier for us to be seen and easier for people to get to us so they can get the food that they need and the help that they need. So, it would be great for the food pantry if we ended up in there.
Now, do you know about a lady over on the other end of the park who has got artworks that she does that she is giving away for a donation to the food pantry?
I had not heard that, no.
Oh, I'm going to have to take you over there.
Sure.
I see. I know about this because this is one of my wife's best friends.
Oh,
and
okay.
she's been over there, as a retiree. She's been grabbing little things that she kept here and there and making little sculptures out of them. But actually, some of them have useful properties.
Wow, that's awesome. I'd be interested to see that.
Okay. Well, I guess that's what we're going to come across next on this program is that particular tent. I mentioned the fact that there was a lady over here on the Park Street side of the park. That sounds kind of like weird to say the Park Street side of the park, doesn't it? Selling all this beautiful artwork over here for a donation to the Whitman Food Pantry. Now, she's not selling these things at prices. You make a donation, you get a piece of artwork. Now, Sue,
And the
people...
ones that did even, there were children that
Yeah.
couldn't afford it, and I did give it to them too, so anyone got
I'm
it.
going to back up just a little here and say there are folks out here in town who will remember Sue as a travel agent over at Quinwell. And when she retired, she started doing all of this. Now, tell me, where do you come across all the stuff that you get to make all these things?
Well, people give me things to do, and then with things that they're going to throw away, I think. And I put them to good use. And then also I go to different places that I can find stuff. Some of the stores that, are the final, there's one that's, I can't.
Somebody who's
go.
going out of business or something like that?
Yes, and any place I can find anything. People sometimes give me stuff,
Yeah.
but I make a lot of it. I've made it for a lot of the school children and for some of the other classes around.
Yeah. Well, it certainly is beautiful, and it's even utile in some instances, like this little pen holder here. Some of these other shells you can put keys, coins, and things like that in.
Please go up on the wall.
Wall art. Oh, here's something that some people, this is like a plasterer's thing. It goes. So anyhow, there's all kinds of stuff here. You've done all kinds of things, and I brought a surprise with me for you.
Mm-hmm.
I brought Rick Clark, who's the president of the food pantry. Boy, I'm really getting nowhere today. And
See, we had you all on here.
I know, I appreciate that. I didn't know this was happening.
Well, we covered it. It really wasn't a milk ball. It's got liquor things on it.
I've got a couple of milk bottles I can give you for your next project too.
Yeah.
Okay, Rick. Now this is Sue Pimentel. She
Yeah.
has, for years, she's collected all this stuff and she's been making these things, and she wanted to help the food pantry, and she's really done quite a thing today. And you have a little presentation you'd like to make to him.
Yep. This is a bag of money for you, and there's a check there too, I believe, for $75.
Awesome.
And then it goes with all the money that we've collected today from all the different ones and stuff. But I make it, it's a hobby. It keeps me going. And where I'll be 81 in 3 days, I have to get my time limit going.
And we don't even know how much money's in the bag. She just emptied out her little milk bottle here 2 minutes ago to make the presentation. And it hasn't been counted yet.
No,
so
not yet.
you have a job ahead of you to count that stuff.
I'll take care of that later tonight when
Yeah.
I get home, after I unload all the materials, But I appreciate everything. I'm so grateful. All the help for the town of Whitman. This helps many people in Whitman.
We'll be getting you more because I'll be making some more. I have a whole area now down cellar that I work on. And so I will be still doing that. I've done some different things, Gloria Bennett, that I did some for her classroom and went over and saw the children there. And I'll give you a funny story. While I was there, each of the children, she had put down what they were. They were from 3 to 8 years old. And on one of the children's things, I did one that was all on oh gosh, it was all on the outer space and stuff. And I had the little characters down here and everything. And one of the teachers there came over to me and she said, "You can't go home yet. You have to come over." And she said, "These two little pieces, one is worth $400 and the other one is worth $20. It was glued to the thing." So I said, "Well, when that child goes home, if his parents want to unglue it and put it towards his, his schooling coming up, that's okay."
Well, hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's been a saying of people for a long time.
That's exactly it. Yep. And we'll be getting some more to you too. We'll save.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
So keep your eye out for the next big festival where there are booths. You'll probably find her here doing this all over again. Thank you so much, Sue.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Nice to meet you too. My grandfather was Inspector of Wires here. And you know when he was here, one of the little things on the other side says how much he made. 85 cents.
Wow.
And he did all the electrical and all there. And he fell into a bucket of something and it was real hot. And he was injured for quite a while and stuff. But he was there. My father was on the fire department and down at the old station. And my uncle, Tom Harding, was the one who had the down here that had the no, it wasn't not the print shop. He had the one down on right by the train tracks that goes down.
Go down in the back.
Right there. That was his portion, and that he made all the the works for the first missile that went up, and he did all the what do you call it? The I'd say windows, but it's not windows. He was well known for that down there. So we all came from here, and we're all still.
Well, Whitman has been a place where things have gotten started more than once in the history of the town.
Oh yeah. I hope it still keeps going for a long time. It's a nice town.
Okay, well, thank you all, both of you. It's time for us to move on and find somebody else to talk to. The Girl Scouts are alive and well in Whitman. And this is Mel Woodward, who is, you're a scout leader.
I am a leader. I'm also part of our service unit team, which is like we help all the leaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I've been to one of your meetings that you used to have upstairs in the Stop and Shop. Are you still doing them up there, or?
Our troops meet all over, both of the libraries, Hanson and Whitman. The police station actually has a great meeting space, so we're all over.
Well, the one I was talking about was the leaders had a meeting of themselves up there. Used to have that up there.
We usually meet at Camp Kiwanee.
Ah.
Yes.
So this is Whitman and Hanson group now.
All together, because the school district. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how are things going with the Girl Scouts these days? Because we haven't seen an awful lot of them around recently.
Yeah, it's good. I think we have about 79 girls signed up this year, 7 different troops. We have girls all the way from kindergarten, and we had one that just graduated high school to adult. So, yeah, it's good. We're growing still and trying to do more in the community and keep everybody busy. So.
Well, I knew you hadn't gone away entirely because the John Fox gravesite has been very well kept up.
Yes, thank you. We've had a troop maintain that for some time, and now that's being taken over by all the troops. So everybody takes a turn and takes good care of it, cleans it up, plants new flowers to honor his memory.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it looks great on Memorial Day.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. That's great.
And you're getting
I know.
rained upon here now. So just quickly, tell people how they can find out about where and when and what troop to join?
Sure. The best thing to do is to email Whitman Hanson Girl Scouts at gmail.com, and we'll get you hooked up with whatever troop is right for the age level. So there's different levels for different grades. It's usually 2 years in a particular level, and we do have a lot of troops, so there's space. We can also help troops get formed if there's anybody that has a lot of people they know and they want to get a troop going. And there's a lot of resources now, so you can get a whole troop meeting in a box kit, and it's free. So there's a lot of resources.
It's one of those things where there are a lot more levels now than I remember from when I was a kid. I remember brownies and Girl Scouts, but now there's daisies, and
Yeah.
there's even others in between and further up than the Girl Scouts.
Yep, so it starts at daisies. Daisies is kindergarten and first grade, and then you go up to brownies, which is second and third, juniors, fourth and fifth, cadets is 6, 7, and 8, then seniors, which is 9 and 10, and ambassador is 11 and 12. So everybody's a Girl Scout, it's just there's different levels within it.
Well, being a boy, I'd know the Boy Scout version of that, and it was similar but not quite the same.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it helps to keep the kids together in an age group.
Yeah, some of the troops are multi-level. My troop has a couple of different levels in it, which is nice because then the older girls help the younger girls. But it works out really well. Yeah.
Okay. Too bad we don't have a troop that can change the rain for us and take it away.
Oh, I wish we did. It's been so rainy and cold, but we've had a lot of people coming through today, so it's great.
And the funny thing about it is it's raining harder now than it's rained most of the rest of the day, and it was supposed to have stopped by now.
I know, they said by noon, but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's another wonderful fun day in the sun. I say that ironically at Whitman Day. We're on to the next place. Well, I found here in this tent for Troop 59 somebody that we saw for several years with Pack 59 running the Pinewood Derby.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to tell you, last year's was really quite something. I wish I'd been able to, but then again, they didn't do one this year. What happened to the pack?
Unfortunately, they've disbanded at this point. But hopefully, maybe in the future they'll come back. But as of this time, there's no Pack 59.
Okay. Well, where are you getting the boys coming up into the scout troop now?
We're doing events like this, trying to recruit, having the boys bring friends to meetings and introduce them to the program. And we're open to anyone, grades 5 and up, and we're hoping to get kids that way.
Okay. Are you doing any events or anything like that that's coming up?
We have a fundraiser for my son's Eagle Scout project next Saturday at the Congregational Church. We're doing a car wash, so that should be good. And then we're off to summer camp last week of June. And then we kind of take the summer off mostly, and then we'll be going at it again in September. So,
Now, has your son got a project yet that he's working on?
yeah, he does. He's going to be building a bunch of equipment for the Whitman Hanson Music Department. So a conductor's podium and some music storage should be really helpful to them, and it's something he's passionate about, and he's really excited to give back to the school and to the music department.
Yeah. Well, music storage is something that every musical group has never enough of.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a singer, and I know that I've got no place to put most of my music that I've collected over the years now.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to talk to him about what he's doing, and especially when he gets down towards the end of it, so we can see how it's all going to work out.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so we may not be, the car wash might not be before this airs, so we're going to have to tell people, keep an eye out for Troop 59 and some of their other events that are coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to get out and shoot some of those and make a program out of it for you.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Yeah, good to see you.
Chicken? Huh? Oh, sticker. Sticker. I was seeing just the circle there, I thought it was a C. I'm here now with Desiree Mills, and we have something that she's involved with called CPAC. Now, can you tell me what CPAC actually is?
CPAC stands for Special Education Parent Advisory Council, and we are a group of volunteer parents who are here to advocate on behalf of our children and help answer any questions or facilitate any special education questions or answers.
Okay. Well, now, special education can cover a wide spectrum of things. Can you give us an idea of some of the issues that are involved in special education?
So special education would be children on IEPs or 504s, or if they maybe have PT, OT, speech within the schools, they receive those services and just receive assistance within the classrooms.
Well, you've given me an awful lot of abbreviations here.
Oh, I apologize.
So I wanted, if you could get a little bit more specific with some of those things.
Yep. So IEP stands for Individual Education Program. So it's an outline of how to help the students succeed better in school and what accommodations they may need. 504 is more around health, if they have any health conditions that they need assistance with. And then PT, physical therapy, OT is occupational therapy, and then speech.
Okay, so that is covering a wide variety of things and issues that people may have.
Yes.
Now, what do you find is like one of the more difficult things to work with in the special education realm?
One of the more difficult is probably just getting the kids, probably just identifying the different areas that the kids need help with, and just trying to make sure that they get the correct services that they need is probably the biggest issue. But we just try to do the best we can and hopefully, help them succeed.
Okay, how are things going as far as what you're trying to do that are going on in the schools currently?
Things are going good so far. We're just trying to bring the CPAC back up and running, and we're trying to get the word out that we are here to help anyone that has any questions. So we're doing pretty good. We answer questions via email, on our Facebook page. So things are doing good, and they're staying steady right now. Like I said, it's trying to get the word out that we're here to assist.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So if you have a child who seems to be having some difficulties in school, they will help you deal with it and help your child as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Here is somebody I haven't seen for about a year.
About a year, I'd say, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the library's booth here in Whitman Day, and this is David Aronson, the director of the library. And David, what has been going on the past year in the library?
Well, it's been another busy year. Our children's programming remains very strong. Some of the highlights included Nola's birthday. We had about 100 people there, and
I saw that on the sign out front.
It was very exciting. Nola really had a big send-off, and we had a huge crowd, so that was great. And we're rolling into summer reading again. So our kickoff will be this Wednesday from 5 to 7. We have Stitch coming from 5:30 to 6:30, so come on down. And
as in Lilo and Stitch?
As in Lilo and Stitch. So even if you can't make it to the kickoff, come by and sign up for summer reading and qualify for some prizes potentially.
Okay, anything else happening this summer?
We're mainly focused on summer reading during the summer because we're not open on weekends in the summer, so our adult programming isn't as much of a priority. But we do have summer reading for adults, so and we do have a raffle, so by all means sign up for that.
Okay. Any new gizmos that you've got doing? I mean, like they had the cooking ware one time that you could rent out or borrow, actually, because it's not rentable through the library, or is it?
Well, actually, the other big news is that we're going to be launching a new website within the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that. We had a firm out of Norwell build us a new website. It's going to be a lot more interactive and a lot easier for us to update and feature some of what's going on. So by all means, keep an eye out for that.
Okay, new websites, always something. It's wonderful that you find that you have made improvements on something like that and people actually want to visit it.
Yeah, one of the things that we're really excited about is that people should be able to see some of our new titles and actually request them right through the website. So that'll be, a good way for people to learn about what's new in our collections, and also it'll be a lot easier for us to feature, what's going on and highlight some of our programs or new things that we have going on. So.
And you've still got some of the old stuff like the Wi-Fi access points?
Oh yeah, the wireless hotspots are always very popular this time of year. So, you can put them on hold if that's something, if you're going away. A lot of people take them when they're going camping or, going to a rental or something and they're not really sure what the wireless situation is. So you can go online or call us and reserve one of those. The other thing is the museum passes. Those are also very popular this time of year. DCR Parks Pass, the aquarium this summer, which is not always the case, Museum of Science, Easton Children's. So, by all means, make use of these resources because they're there for you.
Yeah, especially something like the Museum of Science. That's a great place to bring kids because there's so much interactivity in there.
Yes, there's a lot to do. And, it's an excuse to go into Boston and see all the things that there are to see in the city. So.
And there's a lot of things to see there, too.
There are indeed.
Okay, that's David Aronson, Director of the Whitman Public Library. Thank you so much, David.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
Okay. Here is a guy we haven't seen around for a little while, over at our studio anyway. Chris Diorio. Chris, you are a big mucky with the Whitman Pride people, right?
Well, we started Whitman Pride about 5 years ago, and we're a nonprofit 501c3 corporation, and it's I think an essential business in a community that does have a connection with folks in the LGBTQ community, especially here in the month of June. So we're happy to come out and represent Whitman Pride during Pride Month.
Okay, now here's my big question to you, and if you can give me this in less than 10 minutes, I'll be surprised. What's Whitman Pride up to?
What Whitman Pride is up to here today is we are funding 2 scholarships. We started last year with the Whitman Pride Scholarship to benefit a graduating senior at the high school who is an outstanding scholar, but also a member of the LGBTQ community or an LGBTQ ally. So Grace Cosgrave was our first winner last year, and this year we decided, well, if we can do 1, we can certainly do 2. And we can also have people walking here in front of the camera shot and doing business. But so now we're funding 2 different scholarships at the high school, and we're also using some of these funds to repaint the rainbow crosswalk at the high school, which we put up 2 years ago, and now with a number of cars going through it, we're going to have a need to rehab. So that's part of the proceeds as well. But the idea here is to maintain the mission, the educational and advocacy mission for our students in our community here in Whitman and in surrounding communities.
Yeah. Well, road wear does happen.
It does. I mean, you get a number of high school kids driving on a road, then that's what's gonna occur.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we. I talked with Beth Stafford here earlier, and she says the high school really needs it. But next we'll do the middle school, but we'll wait until after the middle school is built, and we'll go back in and rehab the one that's over there.
Okay, anything else coming up?
Right now, the plan is next year to have a standalone Pride event just for Whitman Pride, to go about the process of having a Pride event the way other communities do. Quincy has theirs. Halifax just had theirs last week as well. I think that this community should have a Pride event to celebrate the members in the community here. It took us a while to get the flag over on the flagpole. We met with some resistance, but the community allows for it to happen. And so now we want to continue to grow on that momentum and represent for all of the members in the community and surrounding communities that these are people who need to have themselves heard and need to have themselves seen.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chris.
Thank you. Have a good day now.
Well, now again, as it's like Superman once said, up and away.